But Uppsala, I would say, it's a very great city for students because it is basically a student city.
Student city, correct.
Because I think like at a time there are like a lakh of students or 100,000 in
Easily,
yeah, easily. Because Uppsala University itself has 11 campuses in Uppsala. Sustainability is going very well in Europe, and it's a very big thing in Europe. In Italy, I am currently working as a research fellow, mostly handling research activities and projects at a university, a prestigious university called Politecnico di Milano, one of the biggest universities in Europe. And I'm currently working as a researcher there in the mechanical department. Politecnico di Milano is a very popular and very prestigious university in Italy and in Europe. They are very highly ranked in the world, and I think last year they was ranked 7th in the mechanical department. All of these projects are actually are worked on by the entire European Union.
Super.
So they're European Union funded projects. Excellent. And that's why a lot of government bodies and different companies and universities are attached and affiliated to this project. So you get to meet a lot of very intelligent people from around Europe. They had a lot of theoretical research. They had the most fun part about it was all the subjects that I did and the final projects were actually done with real companies who are associated with Uppsala University. So you had to have meetings with their CEO, understand their problems, use these methods and come up with new strategies for the company. They're very helpful. Whenever you want to ask them, you can email them, you can text them. They are with you in the WhatsApp groups, on emails, and they're very, very approachable and always available. And you don't have to be worried about making mistakes. Yes. So even if you make mistakes, they're always there to guide you. So they are very helpful and very friendly as well. And I think the most important thing here is that they're very inclusive from people all around the world. So if you are talented, if you are eager to work, you'll always be welcome here. It's not like a corporate world, like there's like a time punching machine or anything. But yeah, they don't expect you to see your face every day. They just want to, like you said, they just want to see the results. If your work is done, you do what you want, but get the work done.
Hello everybody, welcome all of you. My name is Shivaraman, Director of Europe Study Center. As you all know, in our channel, we have been posting fantastic experience of our super successful students. Today, in the same line, we have our student Nihar, who studied in Sweden and currently into research activities in Italy. So this is our 94th episode in this series. So Nihar, welcome to the show, Nihar.
Thank you so much, sir. Very nice meeting you, and thank you for having me here.
We should also thank you and to give your time to motivate the young minds through your experience. That is your life journey. So before we discuss in detail, please introduce yourself to our audience, Nihar.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Nihar Poddar. I am from a town called Belgavi in Karnataka. And that is the city where I did most of my education until my bachelor's, which was in mechanical engineering at GIT University, GIT College. And after that, I contacted ESC for my further studies, and then I chose my master's in industrial innovation and management in Uppsala University in Sweden. I did my master's in Uppsala University, and then after that I came back to India. I worked for 2 years, and I was constantly applying for jobs back here as well. And after I found a job here, I came to Italy in April, so like 3 months ago, and I've been in Italy ever since.
Okay, currently what you're doing in Italy as of now?
In Italy, I am currently working as a research fellow, mostly handling research activities and projects at a university, a prestigious university called Politecnico di Milano, one of the biggest universities in Europe. And I'm currently working as a researcher there in the mechanical department.
Wonderful. So excellent. So anyway, we will come to your experience about Milano. That will be the last segment in this interview. many people, especially people from Karnataka or say Bangalore, okay, Belgaum, whatever, whether whatever courses they study, they get into IT, or at least they aspire to get into IT. Only very few people stick to core. Okay. And you one among them. So you would have seen your classmates, right? Going for placements, going for non-core activities. So what made you, let's talk about masters after that. What made you to stick to core?
To be honest, I was also very interested in IT as well, because
Okay.
growing up, I was a uh, very addicted, or you can say very attracted to video games and computers in general,
Okay.
and spending most of my time in vacation in these gaming centers around in the city, playing various type of games. But I think when I reached my PUC, my father is in the pharmaceutical business, so my
Okay.
father suggested go for biology, just in case if you are interested in maybe pharmacy or whatever, then you can change let it be flexible, you can change the field if you want to. So I
Okay.
took biology as well. But by the end of my second year in PUC, I had actually researched a lot about all the different engineering departments. And when I read about IT, it was not at all what we used to do, because
Okay.
we I used to just enjoy the end product of a
Exactly.
software.
Exactly.
Getting to that end product is very complicated. And when I started to read about these computer languages, this C type, Python, Java, I could not understand a thing, and nor did I find like a interest in it. So
Okay.
I was very sure that IT is not for me. But after that, civil was out of question, because everybody thinks civil is mostly people who are already attached to that branch kind of a way, if your
Okay.
parent is a builder, or
I understand. I
something like
understand.
that. So I had that. Not true for everyone, obviously it's not true, but I had that
Mindset.
thinking. So
Yeah.
the most yeah I had that mindset. So the most attractive thing for me was mechanical engineering, and it was not,
Okay.
to be honest, it was not because I loved the aspects of how a machine works, you could say. So I was like, maybe I should go for mechanical engineering. I think that's the best choice. So that is why I chose mechanical engineering.
Wonderful. I kind of resonate in what you said right now, because I also went through the same decision making process, and I clearly understood IT is not my cup of tea. That's when I took Triple A. I feel at very young age, when we could realize our, forget about the strength, or at least something which we don't like or which we don't understand, I think that's a blessing. When you were
Yeah,
telling
that's
about
true.
your story, meaning your journey, I just felt the same. So, after choosing mechanical, you felt like you should stick to this, right? And pursue a career in this.
Yeah, that I mean, the thing is, once I got into mechanical, I think I never had a thought of, if I don't like this, should I change it or anything. Once I was in, I was in. I never
That's it.
thought of going into other branches.
Wonderful.
And
Oh, look
I
at
had a
that.
lot of friends from my school with me as well.
Okay.
So that was another factor which made me stick to mechanical as well. You know, you want to stay with the gang, because in the younger years, your friends
Yes,
are
yes, yes.
everything to you. So
Everything. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah,
Wonderful.
so I did not have any other motivations to change my branch.
Super. Then comes the next aspect. Even if they're so passionate, they stick to core. I always say, when it comes to the core engineering departments, you need to do your masters for you to,
So
have deeper knowledge and understanding of the core engineering fundamentals and the complex topics. A master degree is must, of course, if the families are ready to support us. At what moment you decided you wanted to do your masters?
I think it was my last year of engineering, to be honest.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, we had I think we had all the we all of us had the same all the students had the same mindset of finding a job, maybe in the in the campus interviews or applying outside of that. But when I had a few campus interviews, I did not actually take any campus interview. I did not apply for it, but I was
Okay.
listening to the experiences of my friends and
Friends.
my my co-students. So I was not, and most of the companies, to be honest, that time were all IT related companies. So
Okay.
TCS and I've forgotten the names. that time. And the
Okay.
only company that had come a year before was Mercedes,
Series. Okay.
which was mechanical, and Siemens comes very rarely.
Rarely.
My one
Okay.
of my cousin brothers had got selected in Siemens when he used to study in GIT.
JD.
So most of now it has changed very much because GIT is not under VTU now; it is an autonomous college, and they have a lot of big companies coming for the campus interviews now. But during my time, there were very good opportunities. Obviously, I'm not trying to undermine my college or anything or insult my
No,
college.
that's not the objective too. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
it was the best college with the best professors in it, and I really loved my
Happy,
experience in GIT.
happy.
But I did not find anything. So my dad asked me if you don't want to find a job now, then it will be very difficult later. So it's better if you start preparing for masters if you're interested. Don't waste your time in thinking about it. Either you go fully to try a job or you start preparing for masters, because that
Yes,
time you had to actually prepare for masters because you needed GRE, IELTS, and everything. Yeah, so one day I decided that it's better if I start preparing, because there were a lot of exams you have to give for masters that time, and it was IELTS or TOEFL and GRE.
yeah.
So I started preparing for that. Then I started looking into these coaching classes. I did not take IELTS coaching. A friend who had already given it gave me a book, a CD, and 4 mock papers.
Okay,
And he, since childhood I've been into a lot of these Hollywood films and music, and mostly consume content from the West, you could say.
okay, okay,
So, and we used to all, and also our school was a Catholic school, so English
okay,
was compulsory. You could not
okay,
speak Marathi or Kannada in school.
okay,
So, because my mother tongue is Marathi, and a lot of people in Belgaum speak Marathi because we are close to the
okay.
Maharashtra border.
Yes, yes, yes. I know that. You know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was good at English, and my friend said, "I don't think you need classes, so you just go for the exam directly. Just practice mock trials and go for exams." So I did
Yes.
that. I had my booking. I went to Pune to give my test, and I scored 8 out of 9
Wow.
in IELTS. Yeah.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Okay.
Yes, 7.5, 7.5 or 8.
Okay.
And
Still.
I was, yeah, and when I went to Pune, I forgot her name, but there is a very famous tuition classes for GRE.
Oh, I see. Okay. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I paid and everything. I moved with my 2 suitcases. The next day was the first day I went. They said, there's not many students, so we're canceling the batch. So that very night, with the same 2 suitcases, I came back to Belgaum. Then I applied for classes in Belgaum itself, and I did my classes. Then I saw that the 2 colleges that I really wanted to go, one was RWTH Aachen in Germany, where my cousin brother studied. So I was kind of following his footstep. They said they made a new rule that for industrial production, you need 2 years of experience for applying for
Okay.
masters.
Okay. That
So
particular
that was
program.
out of question. Yeah. Politecnico also wanted around 85% in engineering, and I did not have that. I'll be very honest, I'm a very above average student.
Okay.
I'm not excellent, I'm above
Okay.
average, but I've done good enough, I can say.
Yeah.
So I could not apply in Polytechnico. Then I was looking into other German colleges and Swedish colleges, and then I got to know that these colleges actually don't require GRE now. They have
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not compulsory anymore.
Yes.
I mean, if you give it and you have the score, it is a plus point, kind of, but it's not compulsory. So I did not give the GRE exam. I just
Okay.
prepared for it.
Okay.
So just on my IELTS, I started applying through ESC.
Okay. Well,
So
how did you find
ESC,
Europe? How did you
yeah,
find Europe
I,
Studies Center? Because we are in Bangalore, you are in Belgaum. How did you find
yeah,
us?
that's what I was gonna say. So basically, my dad is a pharmaceutical businessman.
Okay.
He's a supplier, and so he knows a drug inspector. So drug inspector is basically the person who looks over these licenses and stuff, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this person, my dad said, no, I'm now my son is planning to pursue masters in Europe. USA was out of the idea, because unless you had a scholarship, it's very expensive in the
Yeah,
US.
yeah,
Europe is not that expensive, but it's still expensive, obviously, because of the currencies, obviously, but
Yes.
it's lesser than US.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
Europe was final. So then then dad's friend suggested my dad that there's a person who I know. Her name is Sujita, and she is running a student council in Bangalore. I will tell her you should go and meet her. So that's how we got to know about.
Okay.
Apparently, Sujita ma'am was the trainer for the person. She used to like teach computers and stuff before.
Okay, before.
So she was kind of the teacher of that person, and he suggested us her name. So we
Okay.
contacted her, and me and dad went there. And the first sentence she said, I told my dad I want to apply here. She
Okay.
said, "We will only help you apply in public universities."
Yes.
I said,
Yes.
"This is it," because I
Thank
know
you.
a lot of people who have got scammed because of this private university things, and
Exactly.
it's a very big thing in Europe and UK especially.
Yes.
Basically, their degrees are not worth anything.
Nothing. Zero.
Our diplomas in India that we do after 10th are much more prestigious than these degrees. So
Exactly.
I was, and if I told my dad, if they start talking about, oh no, but you should go to a private university, these are good and everything. I told my dad, we are just going to leave. I don't want to go there. But the first thing she said, we'll only help you apply in public universities. And I was so happy to hear it.
That is
So
the,
it's
sorry to interrupt,
over my
that is
head.
the mantra. We don't do 1 year
Yeah,
UK degree, 1 year Ireland degree, PG diplomas, private universities, never. Even if you look at public universities, brother, we
yeah,
promote the premier universities in that particular country, the number ones, the number twos, and number
true.
threes. That is where, as I told you in the beginning of this interview, this is my 94th episode of interviewing successful students. Without sending them to top premier universities, without laying a strong
Yeah,
foundation, you cannot build a
that's
multi-storage
true.
building. So then how did you select Sweden for your master's?
Uh, more the So in mechanical engineering, either you could go in core mechanical, or you could go into management and supply chain.
Industrial
And
engineering. Yeah.
yes, industrial engineering. And at that time, I saw a lot of my friends were going into supply chain and operations management and everything. So I was looking into that as well. So to be honest, my first choice was, I was very close to it as well. So in Sweden, you can apply only for four choices.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
I know
one,
now.
two, three, four, obviously. So for the people who don't know. So if you get selected in the first choice, the second, third, fourth automatically get cancelled. You cannot choose
Yes.
anymore.
Yes.
So the thing was, second, third was Chalmers and fourth was Lund.
Okay.
And second, third, one of them was supply chain and one of them was operations management. So
Okay.
basically two masters for different these things. And I
Okay.
had got selected in both of them. But my first choice was Uppsala, because in Uppsala, the course industrial management and innovation, industrial management was still fine. It had a little bit of project management, operations, innovation, everything. But the sustainability part is what attracted me, because
Okay.
I'd started reading that sustainability is going very well in Europe, and it's a very big thing in Europe.
Yes,
And
yes,
I
yes, yes.
wanted to stay in Europe and work here. So, and that time Sweden was kind of the front runner for the sustainability thing, with
Yes,
their
yes, yes.
batteries, electric batteries, their electric trucks and electric cars and everything. So Sweden was known for its sustainability. So I thought that
Yes.
this sustainability aspect is very good. I never thought, to be
Yeah.
honest, when I see my current job, that I would work in the same branch, like in the same area. When I picked it, I thought I would be in like procurement or in supply chain or marketing or something like that. But luckily, I don't know if it's like ironic that I actually started working in sustainability again. But that was
Okay.
the thing. And to be honest, I was only looking at Germany and Sweden for my masters. I did not
These two
see any
countries.
other options. But like for example, in ESC, they told me that worst case scenario, if you don't get these options, the ones you want, we can still try for these other countries like
Yeah, we have plenty
Austria,
of we have plenty
yeah,
of options basically.
Netherlands, Austria, Latvia, and
Yeah,
all these.
plenty
But
of countries. Yeah.
yeah, but I was like, okay, well, but let's try this first. And the
First,
thing
yeah.
is, the deadline for Sweden is the first, like it's January for the
January
September
15th.
courses.
Yes,
January
correct.
15, yes. So I'd applied for it, and I got it in like March, April. I got the results.
Okay.
So they were still asked me if you want to try for other universities, which were still open. But I was like, no, it's fine. I've liked this course and I'll
I'll
go for it.
proceed. Wonderful. So then, of course, the visa and all those things was like pretty straightforward. So I would like to straight away jump into this Uppsala, one of the, biggest universe. So then after your admission, you would have done your visa and all these processes and then reach the university. So then back home, we study in a different education system. And there in Uppsala, meaning the first semester would have been completely different. So what were all the challenges you faced and how did you adapt to the Swedish education system at Uppsala?
I think I was a little bit lucky because in the management aspect, there is not much technical knowledge used. I wanted to be in the management aspect as much as possible, management or procurement or supply chain.
Mechanical student choosing something related to management, and within mechanical, we term that as industrial engineering, something related
Yes,
to what you
yes,
study
industry.
basically.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, my
So,
course was basically industrial engineering and innovation.
so you kind of enjoyed it because it was not too tough. It was like
No,
normal.
yeah, the thing is, like you said about the challenges, I think when it comes to masters here, at least in Uppsala, it is more of about researching and reading about stuff. They treat the approaches, the methods, the methodology of certain theoretical aspects. So it's most about reading. So if you like the reading part, if you like reading these scientific papers and writing your own essays about it, then you will flourish in the management aspect in Uppsala University. I will not speak for other universities, but in
Sure.
Uppsala universities.
Just
And
Uppsala, yeah.
Uppsala University is known for their theoretical research.
Okay.
So, for example, now I'm working in Politecnico, they have a lot of technical research here as well.
Okay.
But Uppsala, I've seen that there's a lot of theoretical research. So they had a lot of theoretical research. They had the most fun part about it was all the subjects that I did and the final projects were actually done with real companies
Real
who are
companies.
associated with Uppsala University. So you had
Uppsala.
to have meetings with their CEO, understand their problems,
Wow.
use these methods, and come up with new strategies for the company. So it
Amazing,
was a
right?
very, yeah, it is very real time experience, and we don't get that much in India because in
Yes.
bachelors you will have a few factory visits or something like that, but you don't actually get
Industrial
to
visit,
work
yeah.
with that. Yeah,
Yes. Super.
industrial visits.
So
Sorry.
then,
So
yeah, how helpful were your professors in your journey during your masters at Uppsala?
the thing is, the relationship with the professors is a very new thing for students from India, like people like us. They do not like to be called sir or ma'am.
Nothing.
Like
By the name,
in
that's it.
Italy, yeah, in Italy they have a nickname. Basically, we call our boss prof or professor, like prof. We
Okay.
at least call them professor. It's like
Okay.
they have this degree, right? So we call them professor or something like that. But in Sweden, they don't like it at all. They just ask us to call us by their name.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, and they try to be very friendly. And every year, at the end of the year, they have uh, like a what do you call it? Like a year-end party with the students, and the professors also join. They dance with us, they eat with us, so they're very friendly, and it's very new to us because taking the name of a professor directly, it's like a sin for Indians. It's the biggest sign of disrespect you could do ever. So it was very new, and the first meeting they told us, I know you guys, Indians are not very used to it, but please try to call us by a name. All of us are, we are just here to guide you. There's not much difference. So that was new, but they're very helpful. Whenever you want to ask them, you can email them. You can text them. They are in with you in the WhatsApp groups, on emails, and they're very, very approachable and always
Exactly.
available. And
Yes.
you don't have to be worried about making mistakes. So
Yes.
even if you make mistakes, they're always there to guide you. So they are very helpful and very friendly as well.
Yeah, I studied in Sweden, as I was telling you in the pre-talk. I also had the same experience with my Swedish professors. Even now, I almost finished how many years? Maybe 15 years back, my masters. And even now, I'm in touch with majority of my professors. It's an amazing feeling, and to even though I'm not practicing engineering, I'm into a completely different field now. But I still see their updates on LinkedIn, how well they are like
True.
completely into the subject. I feel they have dedicated their life to the subject basically. So
Yeah, and
whenever I
another interesting, sorry to interrupt you, another interesting thing about these professors, they have their own companies as well, like startups.
yes,
Yeah, and
yes,
all of them have like real time experience in the business world as well. So
exactly,
their point of view is very interesting. Like you cannot relate to it at the start because you don't understand it well, because you're only in the academic world. You're not yet gone into the business world. At least for me, because I'd not worked or had a job before I did my masters.
super.
So their point of views are very real, like real time experiences. So that also is very interesting.
And that's why these professors are part-time, brother. They do only
True.
part-time at the university, and not like,
That is
for
true.
example, back home in India. They come along with us at 6 o'clock in our bus and go back to the home along with us in the same 6 p.m. bus. With the real world
True.
connection is not there. So this is also a prime reason why I send close to 1,000 students a year to European Schengen universities, because professors. Prime reason, cost,
True.
tech, that is all secondary. The professors, they would have dedicated their life to that particular subject. Even listening 1 or 2 hours of lecture is a world of wisdom back to us basically. So you spoke about professors, and you spoke about the industrial connection with Uppsala, and a beautiful city, right, close to Stockholm. People stay
Yeah.
in Uppsala and travel to Stockholm for their work. Something about the city of Uppsala.
Yeah, it's basically it's Uppsala to Stockholm. It's like the Mumbai experience. Basically, you catch a local, you sit in it for like 1 hour. You go to your job, and in the evening you
Yes,
come back.
come back.
So yeah, luckily it is very close. The airport also is in Stockholm,
Arlanda. Yeah, Arlanda Airport.
Arlanda
Yeah.
Airport, and basically a bus of 40-50 minutes. So if you want to go to Stockholm, it's very nearby. But Uppsala, I would say it's a very great city for students,
Good.
because it is basically a student city.
Student city, correct.
Because I think like at a time there are like a lakh of students or 100,000 in these
Easily,
numbers. Yeah,
easily, easily,
easily,
easily.
because Uppsala University itself has 11 campuses in Uppsala. So I so
2007, I studied in link shopping. So 2007, for a paper presentation, when I was going to Uppsala to meet a professor. So it was like huge, humongous. You cannot compare, the university where I studied and the grandeur. For example, link shopping runs maybe 25, 30 bachelor's and master programs, but whereas Uppsala runs close to hundreds of UG
true.
and PG programs. It's too big. So then now, coming into your final year project, what was your final year project?
My final project, my thesis was with a company called Manufacturing Guide AB, and we were. It was the subject was product development,
Okay,
and Manufacturing Guide AB has a website that helps idea owners from in the process of idea to mass production.
super.
And in this process, you have various stakeholders like idea owners, incubators, manufacturers, finance.
Yes,
And our aim was to develop the website and create a website where there is a channel for all of these stakeholders to have a communication channel and provide the idea owners help in terms of encyclopedia and also contacts. So this was the website. So this was the project, sorry. And we had to interview multiple stakeholders, and we chose to have interviews with four of each and
okay,
get an idea about their challenges and what they require from this channel to develop the software. So, so that was the project. Very informative as well, because to when you are one of the stakeholders, you only know about your challenges,
Yes.
and when you kind of have a talk with all the other and when your challenges seems the most hardest and biggest, but when you get to know about challenges of other people as well,
The
and I'm
entire
talking about
spectrum.
this, yeah, I'm talking about this in the business aspect, obviously, not the not a life aspect, but
Yes.
so it's very interesting to understand what each of them wants from their part of service. So that was very interesting to know as well.
Exactly. And what did you say? I like that point which you said at the beginning. From idea to what is that?
Mass production.
Wow. It,
Yeah.
even if for you to imagine, idea is completely different from mass production. Only when you cross stages, your idea takes different shapes. And so you thought of this particular topic, or your professor suggested it?
So the thing was, when you are preparing for your thesis, there are a lot of companies attached with the affiliated with the university that approach the university with their problems or with a product they want help with, and you can apply for them. It's basically like a job interview. You have an interview, you share your ideas, what you can do, what you can not do, and everything. And if you get selected, you can work with the company.
Super. Super.
So we had applied for this. If not, then you can make a you can make your own topic for your thesis, but the university has to accept that topic. It
100%,
has to be, yeah, it has to be researchable, it has to have value that it can add to the research world. So
Exactly.
a lot of people have done that way as well, and it you can either do it alone or in a pair. And I did it with my friend who was from Gujarat, who is from Gujarat. I met him during my university days, and we were in the same class, so we did it together.
Super. Then you back home, you had some experiences in India, and then you relocated to Politecnico di Milano. So I would like to discuss, more about this, because I also studied in the same line as you are currently doing your research. So, what is your current designation at the uh, Politecnico di Milano, and also a little bit about Politecnico di Milano for our audience to know, like, how big and how
Yeah.
great they are. Yeah.
So Politecnico di Milano is a very popular and very prestigious university in Italy and in Europe. They are very highly ranked in the world, and I think last year they was ranked seventh in the
Yes.
mechanical department.
Yes.
So the name is, like they say in India, it's a brand basically.
Yes.
So they're very
Polyme.
popular. Yeah,
Polyme. They call
Polyme.
it Polyme.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
obviously. So yeah,
Yes.
Polyme. So Polyme is a short form for Politecnico di Milano, and I'm working here as a research fellow.
Wow.
And the topic that I've applied as a research fellow for is known as DPP, which is Digital Product Passport,
Okay.
and it
Interesting.
is meant for batteries. So I am working in the mechanical department, but in the mechanical department, I'm working in the recycling and sustainability department.
Super.
So we work with recycling and recovering of batteries most of the time. So there are various methods. There is a fragmentation method, there is a shredding method which they use for on the batteries to recover precious materials, which is
Mm-hmm.
lithium in
Mm-hmm.
batteries. Or
Mm-hmm.
I did a project last week which was on magnets. So the
Okay.
magnets stuck to a you in Europe, they are very popular. You might know this. The electric scooters you can hire on the app.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
like the like a push cycle, the electric scooters, not like a
Yes.
mopeds, but like
I
an electric
understand.
scooter.
Yeah.
So we had to recover magnets from these wheels. I was like,
Mm.
why do you want to recover magnet? Apparently, these magnets are made, so a lot of metals on this earth. Some are very highly magnetic and some are not. For
Okay.
example, aluminum is not very magnetic.
Yes.
So there are certain metals which are widely used in magnets, and the magnets that we recovered, they had the metal called neodymium. So they were
Okay.
neodymium magnets. So we had to recover this magnet so that they can reuse it in the new product, because
Super.
neodymium is a precious material. So
Okay.
basically, materials that we mine for, kind of, they are not known as them, but they are kind of the non-renewable sources. So to avoid doing this, we try to do the, I think there are 5 R's, which is like recycling,
Yeah.
repairing, reusing, and so on. So that was the thing. So that is what we are working with. And digital product passport is basically is for batteries.
Okay.
And this is a project. Most of all of, not most, all of these projects are actually are worked on by the entire European Union.
Super.
So they're European Union funded projects. And
Excellent.
that's why a lot of government bodies and different companies and universities are attached and affiliated to this project. So you get to meet a lot of very intelligent people from around Europe, because some of
Super.
them have so much experience and so much knowledge about these things that you can just dream of having, to be honest, because they've worked so extensively in this field
Exactly.
for
Exactly.
like for 20 years, 25 years, constantly on a subject, and you get to learn a lot. So I'm basically working on this. It's very new for me, the research department, but I'm currently enjoying it, and it's a
Super.
lot of fun to work with, and you get to
Exactly.
work with a lot of
Eminent people.
who yeah, a lot of people, as good people as well, and lot of these technologies and machinery that you have never seen before, very sophisticated high end machineries, and you get to work them on your own. It's not like you have a lab technician to do the job for you. You have to do it yourself, and
Yes.
you don't know what the results will be, so it's trial and error. You go every day in the lab, you keep doing it until you find the best results. So it's very, very informing and knowledgeable.
Exactly. So your position, I know that it's funded. It's funded by the government or by the university. Your position, research position, research
it's
fellow,
it's funded by the government.
government. Super.
Yeah.
Super. Excellent. So many people, when you say sustainability, meaning especially the younger audience may not understand. Sustainability is nothing but we need to have industrial growth without hurting the environment. This is the one line
Yes.
definition about sustainability, because whenever we use these words, that could be simple for us, but younger audience, for example, school children or somebody who is entering these fields, I want them to know about sustainability. And Sweden or these European countries, they focus big time into sustainability because
Yeah.
they want to leave not something, everything for the next generation, the upcoming
That's
generation,
true.
without depleting the virgin resources. That's why they always opt for newer, efficient. When I was, just to add to this particular topic of fuel cells, the European, the governments or the countries, they are looking at hydrogen as a technology because they don't want to be reliant on Russia or China for
Yeah,
these
for gas.
battery-based, lithium-based products, and they are moving big time into hydrogen technology, and they have made a lot of ground, when it comes to hydrogen technology.
Yeah.
And whenever they have a problem, they all sit down, collectively, all European countries, and they find solutions, which is amazing. So, batteries, and then anything else you are like involved into, or like completely these batteries, the
I'm
recycling?
also now involved in uh, recycling of silicon from solar cells.
Okay, super.
So solar cells, as you know, a solar panel is made of individual cells
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
joined together. So we are trying to recover silicon from it. I mean, there are a few challenges, because when we shred them to like a very minute material, it's mostly mixed with like silver and aluminum, because these are also part of it. So
Yes.
now we are in the process of trying to separate these materials and only recover silicon from it. So that is
So,
also a project from that, because I'm in the battery recycling part. So we are only mostly working on the batteries and these things. some of them. And there's also there's a lot of departments in recycling in Politecnico. So
Okay.
there's departments based on the chemical level. We are working on the mechanical level, right? So there are
Mechanical.
people who are working on a chemical level. They're working with mobility. So it's very vast. A lot of people are working on research, and
Yeah.
my department of my office works mostly on batteries.
Batteries. Super. Even just under recycling, so many aspects are there, right? When you're
So
talking,
many, yeah, there's so
yeah,
many.
when you're talking about mechanical aspect for audience understanding, he's talking about shredding, sorting, those sort of
Yeah.
things, and recover the exact source that you wanted. And everything is also associated with time and energy and the cost. It has to be
Yes,
viable because many
that is
people,
true.
they design a lot of projects, but they always miss out on the topic of time and money. The project could be great, but if it costing a lot of money, then recycling is of no point, right? So it has to fall into place. So do you have frequent meetings with your seniors or with your managers, and how does it work actually as a research fellow?
Yes, we have like a meeting once a week or once 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's with our boss as well, and it's with also the companies who have given us this project. So the representative of their company, and I have not been to one yet, but there are big conferences over singular projects where people working on this project from all over Europe come to that conference. And
Conference.
yeah, I've just came here, so I have not been to one yet, but there will be a few of them in the future as well, which I could
Okay.
attend. And it also gives the opportunity to meet a lot of people
And get connected. Yeah.
get connected, working in the same industry. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
So yeah, you just started, just
Yeah.
April. It is just two,
Yes.
3 months, and you would be still in the fundamentals, paperwork, fundamental studies, data collection, and all these things.
Yeah,
Super.
paperwork there's definitely paperwork because whatever results you get, you have to make articles, write articles, also collect a lot of evidence and facts and experiments, readings, everything. And if you put into an article and also kind of submit those articles. I've just
Super.
started, so I'm just working now, getting all the data, but I'll have to do that as well in the future.
In the future. So any specific duration for this research fellow, or the position is open? Any
No,
duration?
it's a 1 year contract, and they renew it at the end of every year.
Okay. They look at what sort of parameters to extend your performance, your contribution, and all those.
Yes, yes. So at the end of the year, you have to provide them with a summary of what you have done, and basically this summary is for the people who are funding this position, and then it is decided if they want to renew the contract or not.
Super. Excellent. It also involves a lot of travel, right? For this, all these seminars, presentations.
Yes, yes, yes. It does require travel because
Travel.
I see my colleagues. 1 week they are in Greece. 1 week one of my colleague was in Ghana in Africa. Once,
Ghana. Oh,
yeah,
wow. Okay.
yeah, and one of them was in Austria. Then my boss has to be there for all these conferences. So
Okay.
some of the time, every 2 3 days he's in a new country to attend these conferences.
These
So
conferences.
yeah, so there's a lot of traveling required as well. but
Seems to
but
be
the traveling is yeah but the traveling is basically to present and explain to everyone what you have done with the
done.
project.
Yes.
So it sounds very logical. It's not like extensive traveling just for the sake of it. It's just to share data, and everybody around the world has their own data to share. So it's just so you can work together on it.
Exactly. And sustainability is a very good topic to work on, and it's also the need of the hour. And I guess
Yeah.
Nihar has a lot of interest in this particular domain. When even though it's like 1 or 2 months yourself, into this particular position that you're holding right now, but I could feel, whenever you express about your job, you're really happy and you're quite excited.
Yeah.
Your eyes lit up, because you're going to explore new things. And as you rightly said, you're working with people who have dedicated their life into this particular subject. So
Yeah.
that's amazing. See, the same with me when I studied in link shopping, all the organic waste. they converted into biogas and they run the city transport
Yeah.
system. I was like, wow, what an amazing concept, something which we throw it as waste, they are able to, run the city buses with that, literally convert it like a diesel for people understanding, I mean to say.
Yeah. They
Yes,
have they've converted most of their transport to electrical or gas based, like you said,
gas
biogas
based,
based. And some of the countries are very ahead in this. Some are still catching up.
catching up.
But
Yeah,
but they have made it a mission in the union that they want to be fossil free, basically. By I'm not sure it's to 2030 or 2040, but something like that. So they're working really hard towards it. And
exactly.
even in my masters, I had done a subject called sustainability in industries. So
Industries.
I'd worked with industries and seen how they are. It's not just sustainability related to materials, it's also sustainability to work efficiency.
Yes.
So how to properly utilize your manpower, how to properly utilize your resources. They have studied, they have a lot of put in a lot of years into this. We
Yes.
can see it now, but they have been working on it since a lot of years, like 20, 30 years people have been working it on,
Easily, easily,
trying
easily.
to get it better, work more on it. So they are doing really well in that aspect.
And when I said about this biogas technology for the city transport system, this was way back in 2007,
That
almost
is true.
18 years back. It's not a pilot project. They are like implementing in all the districts basically, which is amazing,
Like
wonderful.
in India, for me, my personally, only for me, the only thing I knew about recycling was plastic, recycle plastic, reuse plastic. I did not know these other aspects. And I was so fascinated when I came to know that there's so much that people here are so invested into researching about so
Yes.
many materials for recycling. And they've put in a lot of research work into this. And they're working, I think it's like they have added this sustainability thing to their how can I say, the policies as well,
Yeah.
their government policies as well. So they, at least I feel that they're going in the right direction for now.
Yes, Europe, they are pioneers, and they are helping a lot
Yeah.
of other countries and guiding them through this process. And the way they care for the next generation, future generation, and the pollution aspect of it. Of course, there will be commercial sense in all these things, but the overall objective is sustainability, which is
Yeah, the research is open.
fantastic. Yes,
Research
research
is
is open.
open, anyone can access it, anyone can read it, anyone can learn
Yes,
from it.
it's in
So
public
it's
domain.
not like that. Yeah, it's not like they're trying to keep it a secret or trademark it or something like that, or copyright it or
Nothing.
anything. They've kept it open. And I think the most important thing here is that they're very inclusive from people all around the world. So if
Super.
you're talented, if you're eager to work, you'll always be welcome here.
Welcome here.
Yeah, you just have to show some effort, make a good impression that you want to work, you're interested, show results. Then, and I don't think it's that hard to do it. If you
Exactly. And
really
end of
want
the
to
day,
do it, you can do it.
and Nihar, as you rightly said, end of the day, only results matter. You
Yeah.
toil hard, you work hard, and finally, once you present the results, then we keep moving on to the next stages. So, as a research fellow, Nihar, so it's like Monday to Friday, or you spend some time reading some literatures even on Saturday, Sundays. How is it?
Yeah, Monday to Friday is my work days, official work days.
Official workers.
uh, and it's it's not like a corporate world, like there's like a
I
time
do
punching
understand.
machine or anything. But
Nothing.
yeah, they don't expect you to see your face every day. They just want to, like you said, they just want to see the results.
Results.
If
That's
your
it.
work is done, you do what you want, but get the
What you
work
want?
done. Yeah.
Results. Results, results, results. That's how it is.
About the reading part, Saturday, Sunday, yes, sometimes I do, because it's always better to know what is going around the world regarding your topic.
Plus, you're just getting
So that,
started, right? You're just getting
yeah,
started.
so that
So it's good to.
so that yeah, that is true. But the thing is, if you read something from for the similar topic, you will have something to add in the
Uh,
meetings. For example, you can brainstorm ideas together. If you don't know much, and if you just know what is going on in the university and you don't know any other things, then you just sit there, because you only know what is been done up till now. What about the next part, next phase? So you'll have some ideas to share, you can share your ideas. So reading does help in that.
Wonderful. So, the overall experience, you would have applied for different positions, but any specific reason to choose sustainability? You kind of developed your interest during your masters, or how was it? Because you seem to
Yeah,
be
I
really
think
interested. That's why.
I think during my masters I was interested, like I said,
Okay.
because of the subject of sustainability, and I saw that how dedicated Europe is, like, in sustainability, and
Yes.
if I could be a part of it, maybe I could add something from my own as well
Yes.
in this
This
in this
journey.
process. Yeah, in this journey. But I mean, I'm also interested in other aspects, such as procurement, or product development, research and development. So research is kind of, this is research, and it's not, I'm not developing a product, but this will definitely help me in the future about knowing the research part of the research process of an item or a product, because research is a very research is a very different aspect than development. And the processes in research are mixed with both trial and errors, reading, experimenting, and gathering data. Plus you also work on certain things as well, so it's not just theoretical process, you also work practically as well. So both of these aspects together are very interesting to me, and that's why I chose research, to be honest.
Super. To sum up, that's what I was about to say. To sum up this 1 hour discussion, you had chosen, for this phase of your life, something which like interests you. Even in the night, suddenly you think of something, you will open the books and, think of it,
Mm.
read it, and completely immerse yourself into it. And I'm sure, you're taking all possible efforts from your end to play a big role or to contribute into this particular domain and make a mark for your name. Am I right, Nihar?
Yeah, that definitely, that's the plan. But also, like, I would like to say that when the job part, I found it the hard way, but I was working as a procurement buyer in India as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the corporate world in India was just not for me. I could not adjust and work very well, to be honest. So that is why I was constantly looking for jobs back in Europe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that's why I say, like, sometimes you feel that you like something very much and you go into it, but then you don't like it that much anymore. So it happens, but I think you should keep trying to find what you love the best. And for now, I
Exactly.
think I've found something I'm very interested in, and I'm loving it so far. So I'm happy to be working here.
Politecnico di Milano. I could really feel it. We are talking for almost 1 hour now. So I could feel it, the way that you express about the current research fellow position, the innovations. And when you said about your guides, the professors, they have dedicated their life into this subject. Really
Yeah.
amazing. And also, as a person, I also studied energy environmental engineering to learn about your work, sustainability, recycling, and all these things. It was a touchdown into my memory lane also back home in Sweden. Okay, super. So thank you so much, Nihar. I know that you have just started this position. You'll have a lot of work to do, but for you to come forward, share your experiences right from your IELTS coaching to, to your current activities regarding these fuel cells on the recycling aspect. Really nice. Thank you so much and wish you all the very best. And we'll be constantly in touch with you to, I will follow your LinkedIn profile. I'll keep myself
Definitely.
updated with yours. And I will also learn a lot of things, even though I am not able to practice
Definitely.
what I studied. My lines got changed and you are practicing it. So I'm really happy. And best wishes to you and convey our regards to your family members also. And also to your father and your father's friend, the drug inspector who referred Europe Study Center to you.
I know you
Okay.
said your line has changed. No, I want to say that, yeah, I know that your line has changed, but what you're doing now with ESC is also very important
Thank you.
because I was also confused and lost at that time, and ESC helped me a lot. So when anybody from my hometown asks me how did you do it, I always push them forward towards ESC, share
Thank you.
Sujita ma'am's number, ask them
Thank
to
you.
go for it there. So thank you guys as well for
Thank you.
guiding students in public universities.
Only
So
public. Only public. See, Nihar,
so
I studied and gained everything from a public university. Okay. Just
yeah,
for the sake of business purpose. Okay. Dumping a student into a low ranked public university or a private college is a sin. I cannot do that.
yes.
Okay. Nobody,
No,
you know,
people are like you are required to guide because
thank you.
the idea of a cheap degree and getting easily into the degree, into the course, this attracts a lot of students who actually don't know about this.
Exactly.
I'm sure not all private universities are like that, obviously, but there are quite a few who do this, and this can easily harm someone's career. And
Easily.
also the amount of money you put into masters, it's a lot of money. It's your parents hard-earned money, and so that also is a very huge loss some people cannot afford to take. So it's very important for people like you
Thank
who
you.
actually guide students towards a good education as well. So good job by you guys as well.
Thank you so much, man, to come forward and to say all these things. And this is my 16, 17 years into this industry. And these 100 odd interviews motivates me for the next 15, 16 years. This is what I
Amazing.
to say. Thank you so much, Nihar. Almost 1+
Thank
hour we
you.
have spoken. Thank you so much. And best wishes to you. And I'll be following your LinkedIn profile and constantly
Yeah,
keep updating it in LinkedIn. All your milestones and
definitely.
developments. I would love to read it. And we will connect shortly again. Okay. Thank you so
Yes,
much, Nihar. Best wishes to you.
yes,
Best wishes.
yes, definitely
Thank you.
stay in touch. Thank you. Nice meeting you, and hope we talk again soon. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, brother. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. You too. Bye.